Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. Regardless, um, we've got over 1,000 of these available for your listening pleasure in a variety of topics. Would love to be of service to you in making life a little easier for you. This is our life lessons series. And if you are looking for coaching, life, relationship, business, habit change, anything like that, I would love to be beneficial to you. And the way to do that is you can reach out through Twitter at PO Perception, or you can reach out through the About Me section on this YouTube page. Both will get you in touch with a member of my team or with me directly, and we can go from there. So, life lesson. Work life balance is one of the most important things that we can look to. Finding a way to work smart and also efficiently is valuable for a number of reasons. Containing the proper level of positive self talk while keeping oneself tempered from blind optimism is also important. Now, blind optimism is that which causes us to think that problems cannot happen, causes us to think that we know everything we need to know about a situation, and when we're blindly optimistic, it can cause a huge deal of problems for a number of reasons, not limited to the fact that at the end of the day, we do have some difficulties in being able to balance ourselves properly when we don't really know what it is we're trying to accomplish, and we don't have a balanced view. Obviously, leaning towards the positive and believing in oneself is a valuable and necessary thing, but we have to be honest with ourselves in the way in which we deal with the world. That is to say, that both positive and negative things can happen at any given time. The more flexible we are, the more amenable we are, the more ability we have to be mindful and come back to a place of neutrality, the easier it is to reach life in a meaningful and direct manner. Neutrality doesn't mean that we don't care about, having a more positive outlook, but it means that if neutrality is our standard, then when something unexpected happens or we're unhappy with something, it becomes easier to manage. Whereas when something is uncomfortable or whatever have you, it's not as big a deal in the long and short run of it. The next thing is the value of our relationships and the amount of time and energy and effort we put into relationships. So, relationship building and building rapport is equal requirement of being able to know how to ask for assistance, help, and the things we need, but also being able to, um, you know, connect on a deeper level with the things that matter and be honest and forthright with the things that we're trying to accomplish. When we begin to understand the value of knowing how to handle our approaches to interpersonal communication, we then will be able to create better health and better support systems for ourselves. Know our roots, know where we came from, know the things that we've overcome. When we lose sight of what we've overcome in the past, we often allow ourselves to kind of get into the place of overthinking. This is going to be better, or this is going to be worse, or there's the illusion of competition that there are people who think that ultimately, that it matters that someone's been through something different. Know what you've been through, appreciate the value of the things that you've done, know that you've always got to be in a place of being ready to hustle and keep moving, but at the same time, don't get so into your ego that your thoughts of yourself outrank or outweigh the value of other people. And so, ego is one of those really difficult things for a number of reasons. For the most part, people struggle with ego related challenges because they don't quite understand how to have a proper view or a positive view of themselves. In reality, again, the use of neutrality is one of the most valuable things we can do to maintain a good and healthy ego approach. On one hand, we all have some level of value. None is more or less than anyone else. They're just different. And so when we look at commonalities and differences versus better or worse and the illusion of competition, it's easier to maintain less of the building of an ego and more of the building of strengths and weaknesses. and coverage of weaknesses, that is, as opposed to getting too much into the ego. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.